Hello, 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 good to see you again. I hope you're doing extremely well. Before we discover a new city of the French Riviera, I just wanted to share some news with you. First, I'd like to thank you so much for being every day more and more to watch my videos. We have reached more than 56 cumulated views and we have now 703 subscribers to the channel. Woo! Thank you so much! By the way, do you know which is your favorite video so far? Well, it's the one about Antibes with more than 15,000 views, followed by Nice and Menton. Now what else? Oh yes, I just wanted to take a minute to talk about my ebook, Buy Your House in the French Riviera with Peace of Mind, because I had quite a few demands recently asking me where to find it. So it's very easy. On my YouTube channel you can find it. In the welcome screen, just click at the bottom right of the banner when it's written download free book, and that's it. You'll be directed to a welcome page, and from that welcome page you can download it directly from there. Enjoy the reading! So where are we today? Today we are in Grasse. So why Grasse? Well, today I felt like changing a little bit from the coastline cities, and also because in this area you can find some better prices for your dream house, as we will see later on this video. So where is Grasse? Any ideas? Grasse is located north from Cannes, which will be my next video, right here in the backcountry of Cannes at an altitude of 333 meters. The minimum and maximum altitude of Grasse area, circled in red dots here on the map, are respectively 80 meters and 1061 meters, quite a difference in altitude. The south of Grasse area connects to Montsartou and Valbonne areas here. For those who might work in Sofia and Antipolis, it's only 20 minutes driving from there. Let's say the middle of Grasse area here. From Grasse to the sea it takes 30 minutes driving, and to Nice International Airport it's a 40 minutes drive, a bit more of course during rush hours. Grasse is also connected by train to Cannes and Nice. It takes 30 minutes to get to Cannes, or 1 hour and 9 minutes to get to Nice main station, so just 1 hour to go to the airport by train. But above all, Grasse is the main entry to the magnificent natural park of the Préalpes d'Azur, presenting an incredible diversity of landscapes due to the wide range of altitudes, going from 100 meters to almost 2,000 meters, and mixing maritime and alpine climates. The Préalpes d'Azur opens to the Estuaire Valley, a dreamland for hiking and mountain biking. Grasse benefits from the same number of hours of sun per year as Nice, that is, almost 3,000 hours, which means it's one of the most sunny cities in France. Anyway, the whole French Riviera is about the same. It's simple, we are in the red region here in the map. Voilà, le soleil! Grasse benefits from the same Mediterranean climate as the rest of the French Riviera, and also from a microclimate providing rather mild temperatures, but with a higher thermal amplitude due to its altitude, of course. The main activity of Grasse is the production of perfumes, mais oui madame, with two main brands having their labs and factories here, Gallimard and Fragonard. But strangely enough, the development of perfumeries came from leather tanning. Indeed, in the Middle Age, Grasse specialized in leather tanning. Once tanned, the leathers were often exported to Genoa or Pisa. Grasse leathers were very famous for their quality due to several centuries of practice. But the small problem is that the leather smelled very bad, very bad, as it was tanned with a dog shit, horse urine, or even human excrement. Hold on a second. And this did not please at all European aristocrats who wore gloves made of stinky leather. This is why they never hold their nose when sneezing. It was Gallimard the first who had the idea of creating leather gloves that were immersed in scent bath or rose water or spices according to the Oriental method. He offered a pair of perfume gloves to Catherine de Médicis, who was totally seduced by the gift. From then on, the tanners started perfuming the leather, and these new types of gloves spread to the court and to the whole high society. This is how Grasse became the world capital of perfume, supplanting Montpellier, who was there first. This was the great era of the Gantier parfumeur, who developed frangipane globe à la Provençale, perfume with almonds, for example. But taxes on leather and a fierce competition from Nice caused the decline of the leather industry in Grasse, and leather went replaced by perfume. Even today, perfumery remains the main industry of Grasse. A network of about 60 companies employs 3,500 people in the city and its surroundings, and in total, counting related activities, nearly 10,000 people in Grasse make their living from perfumers. 10% of the world revenue in this sector and 50% of the national revenue is generated in Grasse. In addition, major brands like Chanel have their own rose and jasmine plantations in Grasse. The origins of Grasse remain obscure. There are some prehistoric remains in the area, but nothing relevant enough to draw conclusions. There are also a few traces of its integration in the Roman Empire, as from year 14 before Christ. Like many other cities in the region, Grasse has belonged to different kingdoms or duchies and suffered destruction and wars. After being burned down by Arabs and dominated by the princes of Arles, Grasse becomes independent around 1140. The city is then governed by 4 consuls elected for 1 year. They represent the city to other republics, lords, neighboring cities, and the bishop. They have judicial power, and they organize the defense of the city, set taxes, and appoint city's officials. At that time, Grasse has a large population of Jewish origin, perhaps Andalusian, and in the rest of Provence until the 16th century. In 1171, the consuls sign a political and commercial treaty with Genoa, and then with Pisa, and starts exporting or importing clothes, leather, wheat, rawhides, tan hides, wine, and cattle. Some 70 years after, the bishops of Antibes settled in Grasse, and Pope Innocent IV officially transfers the episcopal headquarters from Antibes to Grasse. Of course, all of this draws the attention of the Count of Provence, Mr. Raymond Béranger, who is quite bored of playing Scrabble all day long, who attacks and conquers the city in 1220. The city is then reattached to the country of Provence. And right after conquering the city, Raymond decides to collect not 1, not 2, but 5 new taxes, a French specialty throughout the ages. Clearly not designed to implement a new healthcare system. As from 1250 and for 3 centuries, Grasse lives relatively quietly until the 15th century, when bad fortune strikes again. To protect Provence from the murderous troops of King Alphonse d'Anjou, the people of Grasse fought, died, and weakened. Then, 2 plague epidemics in 1451 and 1460 killed a third of the population. In 1482, Louis XI enlarged his kingdom and annexed Provence. Grasse became French. Enfants de la patrie. During the Renaissance, Grasse is again invaded by Charles Quint, who had that very nasty habit to burn, loot, and pillage the conquered cities. In 1589, Grasse surrendered to the Baron des Vins, as it had the stupid idea to support Henri IV, who was against the religion wars. Finally, during the 17th century, Grasse rises again thanks to the tanning industry, but also the beginning of the famous perfume and perfume gloves industry. During the 19th century, Grasse takes a long period of prosperity and becomes the perfume capital of the world. It opens up more widely to the outside world, and large factories appear. It is also the beginning of tourism, with people from Northern Europe and US appreciating the quality of life, the landscapes, and the climate. Princess Pauline stayed here in 1811 and gave her name to the garden where she liked to rest. Rich foreigners built magnificent villas, and the town was enriched with various curiosities. And for my American friends, I don't know if you know it, but Grasse played an important part in the independence of America, thanks to the crucial intervention of the Navy led by the Admiral de Grasse in the United States' victory over the British colonists. That's him, just right there. It was on board the warship La Ville de Paris that they won the Chesapeake victory.
Chesapeake.
So now that we live in a peaceful and modern world, well, almost, what can you do in Grasse? Well, perfumes, of course. Okay, more seriously, if you like nature, you will be enchanted with a fantastic network of hiking or mountain biking paths. Cycling, of course, with magnificent roads to have a good pair of legs and lungs or a powerful battery to overcome the ups, very ups, and downs. But also golf in the two golf clubs of Grasse area, le Golf de Saint-Donat and le Golf du Clos Amic, the second one being the most affordable club in the region. You also have 5 to 10 tennis courts in the area or just around the area of Grasse, a wide choice. In the back country you can practice a lot of nature sports like canoe, climbing, paragliding, etc. And if you like true wild nature, you will have to visit La Réserve des Monts d'Azur, where you will be able to observe immersed in beautiful landscapes, deers, elks, buffaloes and wild horses. All of it at only 45 minutes driving from Grasse. And of course, you're only 30 minutes from the sea. In terms of schooling, you have 10 kindergartens for 2 to 6 years old childs, 12 elementary schools, 6 to 11 years old, 4 public colleges, 11 to 15 years old, and 1 private and 4 lycées, 15 to 18 years old, and also 1 private. And this is an apartment I wanted to show you. You can see here on the first floor there, here. Yeah, there, with the balcony in the middle. That's an apartment we went to visit for a dear client and friend also, my dear Sherwood. So this apartment was 80 square meters. We're going to have a look inside. Needed works, of course, but it was only 150,000 euros here in Grasse, in Place des Herbes, a very typical old town square here in the old town of Grasse. And this apartment in Nice would have cost, I believe, almost or maybe more, 500,000 euros, depending, or more, depending where it would be. So yes, there are good prices in Grasse and good opportunities to take. In this part, I will talk more about houses, because this area is more appealing to buy a house than an apartment. Mainly because you can get more value for money for a house here, especially if you're looking for more land. The average price for a house here in the global Grasse area, the whole multicolored area here, is 4,400 euros, ranking from 2,900 to 6,100 euros. When I was telling you that you can get more value for money, check this out. We are in average at 2,400 euros less expensive per square meter than in the Mougins area, and 2,100 euros less expensive than in the Valbonne area. Of course, the most expensive area is this one, here, close to the Valbonne area, a more fashionable and demanded area, especially by expats, with an average house price climbing to 5,300 euros, but overall, the average prices are not subject to big variations in the Grasse area. Here are a couple of examples of properties currently being listed in the area of Grasse. Take this one, for example, which is currently listed by John Taylor. It's a house at 1,272,000 euros for a surface of 348 square meters with 9 rooms and 6 bedrooms and a plot of land of 2,000 square meters. Oh, this one sold by Blue Real Estate. This is a house that is at 1 million, almost 2 million euros. It's a house of 540 square meters with a plot of land of 20,000 square meters with 7 bedrooms. It's a real Bastide in a beautiful park. There are many other examples of houses at good prices in the area, and we're here to help you in finding them. And now it's tip time! When buying a house, well, simply don't do it on your own. A quick example. True story. I was recently contacted by a family who had just bought a house in the region and had only heard about us after signing the pre-contract. So they were heavily engaged. But as they were not very sure about the choice they had made, they decided to contact me to know my thoughts about the house. After an analysis of the diagnostics, a comparison of the price with recent house sales in the area, and a cadastral and risk analysis, it came up that the house was way overpriced, located in a flooding zone, and had a roof in asbestos. Of course, it's not their fault. Nobody can think that such a house would be normally listed. But that's why we're here, to avoid you making the wrong choice or helping you to have every single information about the house. That's our job, preventing you from making mistakes. So before buying a house in the French Riviera, simply hire us. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a thumb up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned, next video will be about the glamorous kind and I will have a nice surprise for you. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye now!